up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you cannot tell by the look on my face, I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be unboxing the iPhone 12 mini. I just received the iPhone 12 mini in the mail today. I pre-ordered it online when it opened for pre-sale on November 6th and it arrived in the mail on November 13th. I have not seen this phone in person. I have no idea what it looks like. I have no idea the size, just from what I've seen online, so I'm super excited to get into it. As you can see, when it arrived in the mail, it did come in a cardboard box just like this. Let's go ahead and take her out. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. Look at this sleek packaging. The packaging for the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 mini is definitely sleeker than the other iPhone packagings that they've had in the past. I love it. I think it looks very nice, very modern and sleek just from the outside of the box. But this is not the fun part of the unboxing. Let's go ahead and take her out. I'm super excited to see what she looks like. I feel like taking off the plastic is the most satisfying part of getting a new phone. Okay, so this is what the box does look like without the plastic wrap on, and then we just take her open like this. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. This is what she does look like just when we take the lid off the box. She's very sleek, looks beautiful, very shiny. I'm just gonna slide her out really quickly so we can see what actually comes in the box. So what's inside the packaging in the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 mini is a little bit different than what the iPhones have had in the past. Normally you'll get some headphones, a charging cube, your charging cable, and then instructions, but I can already tell you just from looking at this box, it does come with the instructions that they will typically have in there. And then right here we do have the charging cable, which this is not a USB cable, so I will note that it's not going to be your typical iPhone charger cable. So if you're one of those people like myself who have saved the cubes for the USB plug-in, it's not really going to matter anymore unless you have other Apple products that still use that cube. But this will not work with the USB cubes. I do just want to note that. This is what the inside of the box is going to look like. This also adds to why the box is so thin and sleek, because there's not as much stuff that they put in the box, which you're still paying the same price for the iPhone that you would pay when you get earphones, the little cube, all of that. It's still the same price, so what's going on with that, Apple? But it is okay, no worries. Those are just things you have to buy separately. I'm just gonna take everything out and see if, yeah, I was gonna see if there was anything behind this maybe, but there is not. So there's nothing hidden behind this box. Let's go ahead and open up the instructions, and the instructions are pretty boring, typical instructions, and then you do get one Apple sticker that normally does come in with the iPhones as well. So now that we got that boring stuff out of the way, let's actually get to the content of this phone. This phone is beautiful. I love how sleek it looks. I will say it's giving me major iPhone 5 vibes. It is almost a replica of the iPhone 5, mostly because of the sides that we have going on here. As you can see, I did choose to go with the color white. I love the color white. I love how minimalist it looks, and it just looks modern in my opinion. And I did get my iPhone 12 mini with the 128 gigabytes. One thing that Apple did do that I am very appreciative of, on this cover that they have over the screen, it actually has these little icons to show you what the buttons on the side are going to be for. This might not be very helpful to people that have had an upgraded iPhone, but I have been using an iPhone 8 for years now. I don't even know how long I've had this phone at this point, so I don't know what any of these buttons do. So I do really appreciate that Apple did put these icons on the screen so you can know what buttons are for what before you do actually take the screen off. One thing that is unique about the iPhone 12 mini is the size. This is supposed to be, for one, the smallest 5G phone in the world, but to be honest, it is not as small as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be much smaller than this. It is supposed to be the smallest iPhone, I believe, but it really does not feel that small. As you can see in front here, I have the iPhone 12 mini, and in the back where you see it raised a little bit, that is the iPhone 8. So that is just to compare the size difference of the 12 mini to the iPhone 8. The 12 mini does feel very weightless and not as heavy. Of course, it is a smaller size, but it's not going to feel that much smaller because with the iPhone 8, obviously we have this border going on. So with the 12 mini, it's just going to be a full screen, which I don't know if I'm prepared for because I have never not had a home button on my iPhone. Let's get into it. So we're going to go ahead and take her off. Taking this off, it is reminding me so much of the iPhone 5. It just has to be the border of the phone that's making me think of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to turn her on, and it is this button on the side that turns it on. When we turn it on, it comes to that typical iPhone screen where it says hello, and then you're supposed to choose your language, I believe. I don't even know how to work one of these phones just yet. So if you were someone who had an iPhone 8 and you're used to the home button and just swiping left whenever you're ready to open it, I guess with these type of iPhones, you swipe up. I'm gonna have to get used to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that I want English, and my country is the United States. And quick start, bring your current iPhone or iPad near this iPhone to sign in and set up. Set up manually, unlock to continue, set up new iPhone. Okay, it may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone. But while this is getting activated and switching over from my iPhone 8 to the iPhone 12 mini, I do have to say I'm so happy with the size of this phone. I was kind of worried from everyone saying how tiny it was. This is a side-by-side comparison of the iPhone 8 to the iPhone 12 mini. Even though it looks like the iPhone 12 mini is a tiny bit smaller, in reality it's gonna seem larger because you have the full screen display on the iPhone 12 mini, whereas with the iPhone 8 you have the border all the way across the iPhone. So even though the 12 mini is a tiny bit smaller in size, it's going to feel larger because of the larger screen display. Just to give a better side-by-side comparison, this is what the 12 mini does look like on top of the iPhone 8. As you can see, they are nearly the same size. It does look like the 12 mini might be a little bit thicker, but that could also be because of the lining of this iPhone. It does have this chrome detailing and more of a square look to it, whereas the iPhone 8 is more rounded at the ends. But this is what the comparison does look like on top of each other. Oh my gosh, Face ID? I've never used Face ID. I hope it can tell the difference of me with and without makeup on. Never had to do Face ID with an iPhone 8. Did I just give the government all of my facial recognition? Not that they didn't have it already. This is wild. Hold your new iPhone up to the camera. I don't know if this is an iPhone 12 and 12 mini thing, or if this is just with all newer iPhones. I'm kind of behind since I was working with an iPhone 8. But one thing that I will say with this iPhone is that you can just transfer the data wirelessly from the 8 to the 12. Normally when I would have to restore an iPhone or transfer data from an iPhone, I would either have to use iCloud or plugging into my MacBook. But this is all just transferring right before my eyes, which I think is insane. Technology is quite advanced. So my new phone is just going through the process of getting everything transferred over and set up. My first impressions of the iPhone 12 mini is the phone is not as small as I was anticipating it to be. I honestly thought it was probably going to be about this tall, so where my finger is starting at the bottom to where my finger is right here. Just from the reactions everyone was talking about with the 12 mini. But if I'm being real with you guys, it does not feel much smaller than the 8, which I'm already used to. I do think if you were going from a Plus or a Max type of iPhone, then this would definitely be a drastic change. But since I was already working with the regular iPhone 8, this does not feel much different to me at all. I do have to point out once again though, this reminds me so much of the iPhone 5. I feel like I am back in high school or something, but I'm here for it. I love it. Of course, this design is much sleeker and it just looks a lot prettier than the iPhone 5 did, but I love the size. I love how lightweight it is. I can't wait to actually start working with it and figuring out how to use an iPhone without a home button. That is definitely going to be something I'm going to have to work on. It's so weird looking down and not having a button to press, but I'm excited for the new design. I'm super excited for everything to be finished transferring over so I can actually start playing with the iPhone and learning how to actually use this thing. But this is pretty much the unboxing. This is what is going to come with your iPhone 12 or your iPhone 12 mini. Again, I'm super happy with the choice that I made. I was contemplating if I wanted the 12 or the 12 mini. When I had the iPhone 6 Plus, I hated how big it was. I would constantly drop my phone because it was so large and my screen would crack all the time because I would always be dropping it. One thing I do have to say about the iPhone 12 though is apparently the glass is supposed to be a lot more durable, so it's not supposed to break as easily, but we will see. I will tell you. If you are someone who is in between wanting to get the 12 mini and you're not sure if you want to get the 12 mini because you're scared it might be too small, this does not feel as small as I thought it was going to be. It definitely definitely feels very similar to the size of the 8. The screen display is just a bit larger. So if you are someone who is in between, I highly recommend the mini. It's very easy to hold. I also know it's going to be easy to put in my pocket as well as any bags that I do have. So if you did have to make the choice and you were scared it was going to be too tiny, I promise you the advertisements make it seem like it's going to be a lot smaller than it is. Oh my gosh, I just unlocked my phone by my face. Love that. I'll make sure to share more content with you guys about the iPhone 12 mini once I get to use it a little bit more and have my full thoughts and opinions. But as of right now, I'm loving the 12 mini. I'm very happy with the choice that I made. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated and make more content about how I'm customizing the phone and things that I'm doing to make it a little bit more personalized. But as for now, this is the iPhone 12 mini unboxing. This is what comes in the box. This is what the iPhone 12 mini does look like. As you can see, it's not insanely small like the advertisements made it out to be. It's like a normal iPhone that's just cute, will fit in your pocket, and I think it's the perfect size for me. I really do hope that you guys did enjoy watching me unbox my new iPhone 12 mini. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel while you are here. I do upload videos every Tuesday and Friday, and make sure you don't miss out on the future iPhone 12 mini content. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!